Turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section. She call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to Shay's Tube Late Night Owls Talk Time. And tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about Nick Reiner and his lawyers, okay? That is the only thing we're going to cover tonight, plus a little breaking news, and that will be it. You guys, go get you something to drink. I know it's late at night, a bed to sleep in. If you are at work, continue to do your job or watch or listen to me on the down low. Let's go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen. Also, guys, if you would like to show support for this channel, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notifications, share and leave a comment. And if you want to show additional support, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation at $ Shades Tube, or copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Okay, we definitely appreciate y'all for real. And thank you again to all the people who have donated. All right. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watched this in the replay. Jermaine, thank you for stopping by because he's sick, y'all. So he's probably gone to bed. So thanks for posting that, Jermaine. I definitely appreciate you. Now, let me go ahead and check to make sure my sound is good. Gone to bed. So thanks for posting that, Jermaine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through this, guys, fairly quickly before my internet start acting up. Every night it starts and stuff. And plus, because it's late, you know, I'm not trying to keep y'all here all night. All right. So anyway, again, thank you so much for being here. So let me take this down, change this other thing, put my music on, and we are getting ready to get started. Background. Okay, let's turn this down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put this banner up. So today is Wacky Wednesday. So this is the wacky ass story because I cannot believe that Nick Reiner, Rob Reiner's son, the one that's accused of unaliving his parents. Okay, I cannot believe his lawyer, Alan. I forgot his last name. Let me look it up real quick. Alan Jackson. Right? I almost had it. I thought it was Jackson. I just wanted to make sure. Anyway, he decided to just go ahead and call it quits today. Okay, that's wacky as hell, right? So let's see here. So let's see, what did they say here? So according to Radar Online, everybody is reporting this and people got different things to add to it. So I'm just telling you guys what I read, okay? What I read. And so no telling what all was stated. Anyway, famed lawyer Alan Jackson was withdrawing from the defense of Nick Reiner. And the reason why he decided to drop out of it is because of money. Okay, money. I guess he cannot get paid. And he also said it's a losing case. Okay. So I thought I had read once before that any money that Nick was getting, it's been stopped. And then of course it would be stopped. Okay, considering what he did. You know what I'm saying? Why would it be still going? So I don't understand why he thought he could hire a high-priced attorney and use his parents' money, the same parents he unalived, to pay for it. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. Jackson informed the court of his decision at what was supposed to be Nick's arraignment for the murders of his father, Rob Reiner, and his mother, Michelle Singer Reiner. Nick's arraignment has now been pushed back to February the 23rd. As of now, he is expected to rely on a public defender. Outside the courthouse, Jackson was cagey about why he quit. So he said, as you know, this morning I had to withdraw as Nick Reiner's counsel. He told a throng of reporters that. He also said circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control have dictated that. Sadly, it made it impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick. Oh, wow. So anyway, a founding attorney by the name of Nathan, I guess that's how you pronounce his name, Levoris, of Levoris Law Firm in New York, told Radar Online those circumstances almost always involve cash, especially considering the pricey lawyer that Nick Reiner hired. He said the average cost for Jackson runs about $1 million. His fees can go well into the seven figures. Now that it is clear that he cannot get paid, although I am not sure how he thought a homeless, troubled, angry person was going to pay the fee. It does not pay to stay on that case. Wow. Maybe he thought that Nick had money in his account. You know what I'm saying? When his dad gave him money, maybe he thought he was saving money. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he took the case. So anyway, they said Jackson has made his headlines and garnered more fame. And it is a losing case. So it pays to stop the bleeding and let Reiner sink on his own. Hey. Mm-mm-mm. Now, following the change in legal counsel, a Reiner family spokesperson said they have the utmost trust in the legal process and will not comment further on matters related to the legal proceedings. Uh, so, I mean, oh man, sorry. That is a trip, man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The thing is, I don't understand how he thought he could pay this lawyer if he didn't have any money and he was getting money from his parents. And he knows when he unalived his parents, that money would be gone. That's crazy. That is weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very strange. I mean, it's just it's weird. Anyway, they claim that now you got two stories. One story said that when the lawyer said he withdrew from the case, Nick Reiner had a smirk on his face. Okay. Now I don't know how true that is, okay, but that's what they reported. But then in another article, they said that he appeared on the verge of tears. Okay. So I don't know which one to believe. Okay. It may be a combination of the two. You say he a spoiled brat. Sounds like it. I can't believe he thought that he can use the money that his parents give him to defend him against unaliving them. And I thought I talked about that once before too. We were talking about that. So let's see here. Anyway, according to this source right here, which is Radar Online again, they claim that Nick appeared on the verge of tears and he had a shocking new look in court. Okay. So it looked like he cut his hair. Okay. Yeah, he got a buzz cut and little facial hair. Okay, let's see here. So anyway, his lawyer, Alan Jackson, did accompany him, to court. They said Nick appeared rattled by the proceedings, becoming highly emotional and on the verge of tears, according to one courtroom eyewitness, as he should. Okay. He remained handcuffed while wearing a khaki gel jumpsuit and did not enter a plea on 2 first-degree murder charges with special circumstances using a dangerous and deadly weapon, that being a knife. Nick spoke only twice, telling Judge Teresa R. McGonigal, "Yes, I agree, Your Honor," when waiving the right to a speedy trial. He also uttered, "Yeah, I agree," to his arraignment delay. Okay. So, like I just told you guys, it was postponed because his lawyer quit, and they rescheduled it to February 23rd. And now he has a public defender. Her name is Kimberly Green. All right. So now she is handling Nick's case. It doesn't matter who had his case in the first place because it's a losing, like this other lawyer or whomever said this, it's a losing battle. Okay. I mean, what is this defense? So anyway, when this lawyer quit, they immediately notified the public defender's office. Okay. They had a conversation with them. They were there, they are staff, and they were ready to take over. And that's why Nick got that public defender so quickly. Anyway, y'all know Alan Jackson, attorney Alan Jackson, won an acquittal for accused cop killer Karen Reed in June. He also said ethical reasons preventing him from saying exactly why he would no longer be representing Nick. So all the other stuff, that's what they, I guess that's what they are insinuating Attorney Jackson was, I guess, saying, you know, regarding the reason why he quit. He did say, my team and I remain deeply, deeply committed to Nick Reiner and to his best interests. In fact, we know we're not just convinced. We know that the legal process will reveal the true facts of the circumstances surrounding this case. Okay. Now, so back in December, Attorney Jackson has said that Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. Okay, but that doesn't mean he isn't guilty of something else. Okay, so I don't know. And I don't know why he said, I guess because he was being reportedly treated for being a schizophrenia, being treated for schizophrenia when his mom and dad was unalive by him. So maybe Attorney Jackson was going to use that as a defense of somehow. Yep. He said Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. And then he said we wish him the very best moving forward. So basically, their thinking is mainly because of money, okay? Because he cannot, he doesn't have any money. That money is cut off because of what he did. That is tripped out. Let me see what some of these people are saying regarding this real quick. Let me see what they're saying. Hold on, y'all. Go back to that story. So let's see here. Oh, somebody said, I don't care what Alan Jackson said. Nick Reiner slaughtered his parents. There's not a reason he can give that would justify that. Jackson is off the case, but he will drop remarks to help the new lawyers to try and prove insanity or the meds weren't right. He won't stay away from this case. It's too much of a challenge. I really hope this sociopath has always known what he was doing to his parents. He's bragged about acting insane just to get his way or more drugs. He knew his sister was scared of him. His parents were scared of him. He knew it and played on those fears. He's not crazy. He's evil. Okay? That's what this lady said. And somebody else said the lawyer knows the guy is guilty of the gruesome crime and can't bring himself to defend him. Nah, it's that money, honey. Trust me, it's that money. That's the reason why he's not doing that case, honey. Them lawyers don't be caring half of the time. They just want to get paid. All right? Like a lot of people. People are money hungry these days, okay? So that's what this is all about, that money. Somebody said he's guilty as hell. The thing is, if they determine that him suffering with that mental illness played a role in that, he won't be guilty of murder, okay? He'll still be incarcerated and things, but they will find, he'll still be, he won't be guilty of murder, but they'll give him another charge that's similar, but not as intense. We'll put it like that. Okay, maybe it'll be something else. Yep, it is that money. It'll be something else. He'll still be in prison for a minute, but eventually he'll probably get out if it's something else other than murder, because they're going to say that he probably was temporarily insane, okay, because of the schizo. And if he was hearing voices, he could easily say, the voices told him to do it, or anything. We don't know what he told his lawyers. We don't know what Nick told his lawyers. Okay, so I mean, and we really just don't know if the dude was suffering from some type of mental break and something was telling him to do these things to his peers. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? Because schizos do hallucinate. They hear voices. Not all, but some do. These are just some of the symptoms of it. So I mean, I can see his lawyer using that as a defense. Okay, I really can see that. Dang, it's a shame, but it is what it is. So somebody said Alan Jackson is greedy. He smelled money, and when he realized that family wasn't supporting Nick's defense, he bailed out. So predictable. They say his sister Tracy did it. What? No, she did not. Okay, so the thing is, everybody keeps thinking when the lawyers say he's not guilty of murder, the lawyer is saying he's innocent. No. What the lawyer is saying is that he's not guilty of murder, but that doesn't mean that he's not guilty of unaliving his parents. It may not just be cold-blooded murder like we think, right? Because if being a schizo played a role in him unaliving his parents, then they can go for a lesser charge. And that would mean he can't be put on a D penalty or spend a lifetime incarcerated. That's what that probably would mean. So I can probably see them going for a lesser charge and saying that he's not guilty of murder because of reasons of insanity. All right, temporarily insanity. Because at that time he had just started new meds, okay? So they can say the meds played a role in what he did, as well as him being a schizo, because not all schizos are hallucinating, but he may have a history of hallucinating and hearing voices and things of that nature. Right, and that's what I just said, the same exact thing, right? I don't know what people be talking about in this comment section. Most people don't be knowing what people mean. So, like I said, when they said that he was using his money he was getting from his parents to pay for his legal defense, I knew then that money was going to stop, because there is no way you're going to keep getting money from your unalive parents whom you unalive. There's no way. Okay, you're on your own now. You are on your own. Because please, he should have went to that rehab like his dad and mom was telling him to do, and got that stuff, under control. Okay, under control, I mean. And then he would not be where he's at, and his parents would be still alive. So the thing is, I don't really feel sorry for him, y'all. I just don't. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Sure. I want to get that one where he had that smirk on his face. Hold on. Hold on, let me see if I can find that one. I don't know what I did with it. I thought I kept it. I bet you didn't even say. But they said when he was in court, when his lawyer resigned from his case, he had a smirk on his face. Nick had a smirk on his face. Okay. So I don't know how. Maybe he had a smirk on his face at one time, and then the other time he was on the verge of crying. You just never know. You just never know with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because if he is suffering with a mental thing, I mean, it's just, you could never tell what's going on in his mind. Let's keep it real. Okay? Let's see here. See if I can find that again. I thought I kept it, but I guess not. Yeah, he said his client is not guilty of murder. Of course not. He's going for, the insanity plea probably. Yeah, see, they say smirky Nick Reiner seen with sunken eyes, shaven head, and new court sketches. Let's see. So he was behind a glass wall with his attorneys. Okay. Damn. So he was behind a glass wall, huh? Okay. So I don't know, when did he have a smirk on his face? Let's see. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, I don't know when he had that smirk. It was in the courtroom. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, they didn't go into explicit details about that, but yeah. No, they got it right here. They said he smirked. Hold on. While appearing in court for his arraignment on charges of murdering his parents. So what does smirk mean? It means like kind of like smiling or something, right? Let's see. Hold on, Jermaine. Let's see what that means. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, smile. Okay. So what was he smiling about? I don't know. Probably so, because even if he's not convicted, he's going to be convicted of something. Okay, it's going to be. Let me see. Hold on. Let me ask. Hold on. If someone is suffering from schizophrenia and they unalive their parents, what is a charge that they can use as a defense? Told you.
Is the insanity defense. This argues they couldn't understand their actions due to the illness, potentially leading to a not guilty by reason of
I told y'all.
which includes mandatory treatment. For medical advice or a diagnosis, consult a professional.
I told y'all. I told you. That's why his old attorney is saying he's not guilty, because they are going probably for that insanity defense. And so then he will not be guilty by reason of insanity. All right. And so he has to have mandatory treatment. They also may do means, I guess that's mens rea. There's so many different things. So they're probably going to go for that insanity defense, because again, like I said before, being a schizo, that alone by itself. I mean, some schizos are not violent, but some are. You be hallucinating, hearing voices and shit. Who's to say something wasn't telling him stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't heard from him or anything. We haven't heard from him. They haven't really elaborated on anything he said. They haven't done any of that. So for all we know, he could have had all types of stuff going through his mind before he did that. So I know he's going to use that defense, though. I know he is, okay? Or one of these other things. That's why his attorney keeps saying what he's saying. He's probably going to be talking to that public defense attorney too, because remember, he met Nick obviously and talked to him and everything. So he would know more than what we know about this guy because we do not know him. All we're doing is reading news articles, looking at videos, listening to YouTubers, and things of that nature. We don't know. We haven't talked to this dude. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what the heck was going through his mind or anything else. And again, we already know what schizophrenia is. And let me just go research it again for you guys. What are the symptoms of schizophrenia? Yeah, schizo legs.
Schizophrenia symptoms can include hallucinations, which are seeing or hearing things that aren't real,
I told you.
delusions or false beliefs, disorganized thinking, and negative symptoms like reduced emotions. Cognitive issues, poor focus, and memory problems are also common. For medical advice or a diagnosis, consult a professional.
So y'all just heard that. I told y'all before, when people be like, hallucinating, hearing and seeing shit that's not even there. Just all types of weird stuff. Disorganized thinking, meaning they'll be talking about one thing and start talking about something else where you don't even know what the heck they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? They say it affects how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. All right? And you know what? He was taking his medication, but they switched his medication, right? So it was some new medication, right? So that new medication may not have been working on him at that particular time. It depends on how long he's been taking it, because medication, it has to be in your system, for a minute before it actually start doing stuff. Some medication don't, but maybe the medication he was on, maybe it takes a minute. Unless he gets an injection, okay, but he was taking pills, okay, and those pills probably take a minute to get through his system and stuff like that. Plus, his body has to get, adjusted to the medications and everything. A lot of schizophrenia people, a lot of people who have that mental illness, they have problems with their memory too. They have difficulty understanding. So that's the defense right there. You see that? Understanding, difficulty understanding and making decisions. They can definitely use this as a defense. Okay, if I was an attorney and he's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, what is his called? Paranoia? Schizophrenia? Yeah, I would use this. I would, because he might have had difficulty understanding what he was doing. He could have been hearing voices or seeing things, or just not understanding what his parents were saying to him when they was telling him to go to the rehab. Okay. And definitely delusions, okay? He could have definitely been having those as well. So I see that. I see him his attorney using that. I really do. Do you, Jermaine? I think they still can stop that money because we already know he unalived his parents, okay? Whether they prove it, him intentionally doing it or just his mental condition made him do it, he still did it. Because just think like this. Hold on a minute, I'll look at these up here. Just think of this. If he would have just went to rehab, okay, like they asked him to do, and got treatment, we wouldn't be talking about him right now. You see what I'm saying? So even though his mental condition might have played a role in this unaliving, if only he just would have let them guide him to the mental health place, and he probably wouldn't be in this situation now. So he still is responsible for unaliving his parents. With our legality system, with all the stuff that you can do, this is the only reason and the only way he would be found not guilty. But he still unalived them, so he would be just not guilty because of the insanity plea. That's what it would be. So if he's, let me look this up real quick. If you are not guilty due to the insanity plea, what would your sentence in prison be like? You probably don't even get no prison time.
If
That's
found
it.
not guilty due to insanity, you
See?
won't go to prison. Instead, you'll be in a secure mental health facility for treatment. Release depends on doctors, and it can last as long as, or even longer than, a prison sentence, potentially indefinitely,
Woo.
until your mental health improves.
And you won't have a criminal record, but you will undergo extensive therapy, medication, and supervision with strict court oversight. And you can also be readmitted if your condition worsens. So if he is found not guilty for due to reasons of insanity, the insanity plea, then he will not go to prison. He will just go to a secure mental health facility for treatment. To me, that's still prison. It's just a prison for people who are, not there 100%. Okay, and they say that he's going to go there for treatment, but it's secured, meaning they just can't get up and leave out or anything else. And they can be there longer than prison if they don't ever, get right, because they can be there indefinitely. So even if they do get him off by reason of insanity, it doesn't mean that when he goes to this state facility that he will be getting out anytime soon, because we don't know how far he's gone. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to wait until his mental health stabilizes. And I have heard horror stories about those type of places. Okay, so I don't think he's going to have a piece of cake either way. I just don't. Can you imagine being in one of those places? I wish I could pull up one on this. Let's see if we can. I do too. I want to hear him talk too. Okay, let me turn my thing. I want to see if we can pull up anything real quick. I want to see what those little secure places look like. I actually was going to work in a place like that. I went on an interview when I lived in ATL. I forgot the name of the place. And I went there on an interview and didn't get the job because the person who interviewed me. But one thing I was going for a supervisor. He was telling me that if somebody called off, I would have to come and work in their place. And then the way I was dressed, looking all professional and my designer clothing on, he told me he didn't feel like I would be a good fit to work there. Okay. Because I was like, you guys don't carry GUNs? He said, no. Okay. Because obviously one of the patients may grab it or whatever the case is. When he said that, I knew I couldn't work there in the first place when he said that, because at that time I didn't know. I thought that, you would have a GUN just in case. But it was a mental health place just like that for people who they did these crimes, but they were found not guilty by reasons of insanity. So yeah, that's yeah. Let's see. What mental health? Let me see. I'm gonna call it this. Facilities. I think I spelled that word wrong. Let's see. Yes, I know we can really see the daggone place. Oh man, that's a different one right there. I want to see the one like jail. I guess we can't look that up. I'm probably typing in the wrong stuff. They're not really showing that, so. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's going to be like a piece of cake, even if he goes there. I just really don't. Because just think, it's secure. So it's almost like being in jail. I mean, they're going to be giving him medications. He's still going to be told, I guess they still tell him what time to go to bed and all that other type of stuff. Let me see. What is a secure mental health facility?
A secured mental health facility offers intensive, Lockdown treatment for individuals with severe mental illnesses. These facilities use physical security and train staff for 24/7 care, focusing on stabilizing acute conditions and managing high-risk behaviors.
I told you, it's locked doors, locked everything, alarms, everything, physical security, all of that. And these are for people who are involved with the criminal justice system. They have a higher level of security. Okay? Yep, they got security in the inside. Okay, on the inside. And only people with severe mental illness go there. Or those who are deemed a danger to the public or themselves. See, people with bipolar disorder can go there too. Severe depression, co-occurring substance abuse issues. So, like I said, he may get that defense, insanity defense, and he may be sentenced to go to one of these type of places. Okay, because he definitely got that substance abuse co-occurring. So yeah, I can see it. I can see it for sure. So let me see if I can type it in like this and see if I can see what it looks like. The one that I did my interview at way back when I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't get a chance to see the actual place, take a tour, because he had told me that it didn't seem like it would fit me. All I did is go into the office, so I can't even remember what it looked like in there and stuff. So let's see. I think I did see a little of it, but I don't remember because it's been so long ago. Secure mental health services. Let's see. Let me put, what does a secure, let me put that up here. Let's see, what does a secure mental service, my ass cannot type, y'all. I know I didn't even share that service. Wait a minute. Okay, let me go ahead and share the screen. My ass, I always forget to share. Y'all ain't missed nothing because I didn't find anything. Let me go ahead and present and share screen. Y'all did not miss anything because I didn't find anything, okay? Couldn't get any pictures of this dead one place to see what it looks like. Let me see if this thing go ahead and share. Yeah, follow me. So over here is, I think this is one. Yep, that's what it looks like.
Help! Help me! Somebody fucking help me! Help! They're all standing around hurting me! Help me, nurses! Somebody get a doctor! Help! Nurse! Help!
I don't know if I can work there, man. All that right there, man. Goodness. Woo! So, yeah, I don't think even, you know what?
You do not have to be hospitalized to qualify.
Listen, even if he gets that insanity plea, I just don't. I don't know if it's even better than being in prison. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, okay? The only thing good about that, if he improves and not be a danger to himself or to the public, he can probably get out and he won't have no criminal record. Otherwise, hearing stuff like that all day, man, no. No. And these are just green screens right here, but still, no. These people using green rooms.
Working at a mental institution, and the patient is getting escorted to the behavior control room.
Police! Help! Help! Police!
Working at a mental
Someone be helping them. Shit. Oh my goodness. So let's see if we can get any for real ones. I mean, that is, I mean, it's just a green screen. Goodness. So, like I said, y'all, I mean, it'd be a little bit, probably, I don't know. Because I could imagine being in there with people really, really crazy as ever. You know what I'm saying? Goodness. I know one time I did go in I call it a behavioral, it's a mental clinic, right? I went to visit someone, and there was a girl in there talking about, she was in, a little thing. They had they don't call it straight jacket anymore, they call it something else, but she was the one of those. She was talking about, she was seeing demons and things like that. So yeah, he said, I don't know if I could be in those places, man. Mm-mm. So she's telling us what it looks like. Let's see what she's talking about.
Each day looks like in the mental hospital. I could do like 5 million of these depending on which one you're talking about, but first I'm gonna do inpatient because I think that's like the first thing that people think of. I was under 18, so I was alone, but I know that there's like different ones with like group people, but basically, so I would wake up in the morning, obviously, and this would be at like 6 a.m. So basically they wake you up at 6 a.m. to get like your weight, blood pressure, stuff like that, like, and even 5, like it was early as shit.
Yeah, see, he gonna be, I told y'all, when you be in there, and then he's going to be in a secure one, they probably going to be just like, almost like jail. They wake you up, tell you when to go to sleep. Like I said, if he would have just, went on and went to that rehab, his mom and dad would be alive, and he would probably be better off right now. Doesn't even make any damn sense.
And then everything in the hospital would be beep, beep, beep. Like you would not be able to go back to sleep. Nurses chat, chat, chat. So basically your day started at about 5 a.m. You would basically be doing like nothing all day. They'd have like little like therapy groups that you could go to, but they weren't really therapy. And I was at a children's hospital, so it was more like games and stuff. I was 14, so I was like, I'm too big for this.
So she's talking about when she was a kid, and everything. But yeah, like I said, we kind of got what it's gonna be like. What it's gonna be like. Goodness. Anyway, I'm going to keep you guys updated about Nick. And like I said before, his arraignment is postponed until February the 23rd, I believe. And hopefully, we'll hear him speak one day, I guess. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Yeah, and like I said, they said schizophrenia can be the basis for an insanity defense. They're going to say he could not understand his actions. He couldn't understand that his actions were wrong. Okay. Yep, mandatory treatment, not freedom. So it is what it is, you guys. So that is it. I think I covered everything with Nick, his lawyer, Alan Jackson, with his former lawyer. He's not his lawyer anymore. His new lawyer is named Kimberly. I forgot her last name, but that's the public defender. So, and I guess he probably already he already told her, I'm sure, that Nick is not guilty because he was clearly, the schizophrenia played a role. He's probably going to say that. All right. So I think that's it with them. Let's see. Yeah. I think I covered everything. Okay. Okay. So that's it for that. We're going to go ahead and do a little breaking news, and that's going to be it for this live tonight. All right. All right. Let me change this banner. And let me put my music back on in the background. Okay, let me stop sharing real quick. All right. So anyway, let's see what we have here. So, you know, we got some little evil little kids, some of these kids. This little 13-year-old calmly admitted he stabbed his mother over 40 times, sending pictures of her body to his friend. Okay? Can y'all believe that? Let me see when this happened. 13 years old. So let's see here. So he calmly admitted to stabbing his mother over 40 times as she slept next to her newborn daughter. And then he sent pictures of her body to a friend online. All right. So that was 2 years ago when he did that. He's 15 now. Okay. His mother was 39 years old. Her name was Irina Garcia. So anyway, they charged this little kid as an adult with first-degree murder. So they wanted to show, I don't know if they will be showing that video, but they wanted to show his video that he confessed to in court. So at that pretrial hearing on Tuesday, they wanted to see if they could show that, prosecutors wanted to see if they could show that video of this little boy calmly confessing to investigators. They want to show that to the jury. That's what they was getting permission to do. Anyway, in that video, he describes to detectives how he stood over his mother as she slept, holding a kitchen knife. He began repeatedly stabbing her in the neck, striking an artery, which caused her to bleed profusely. And that's according to his arrest affidavit. He told the cops she was just screaming. Okay? 13 years old. His half-sister, who was only 14 days old, slept in a nearby her mother. And then once he unalived his mom, he snapped a couple of pictures and then sent them to a friend he met online. And then he flashed another picture of himself, flashing a hang loose gesture with his hands, which he later said had blood on it. Now, his defense attorneys argued in a motion that the video should be suppressed because Rosa, at his young age, did not fully comprehend what he was doing when speaking to investigators. And they also say he was also previously diagnosed with autism and ADHD. But Judge Richard Hirsch denied the motion, saying Rosa was intelligent enough to waive his Miranda rights. He also said the detectives were not coercive. He said, I don't find anything in the manner in which they addressed questions or presented questions which were coercive or demanding that he respond of colors this factual finding that it was a knowing and intelligent waiver of his rights. And of course, the one thing that does speak volumes is that when he came to something that he did not want to talk about, the detectives terminated the interview. And then Rosa requested an attorney as the detectives began to press him about why he stabbed his mom. Now, Lieutenant Eddie Rodriguez noted how Rosa was so polite even on the 911 call after he allegedly stabbed his mother on October the 12th, 2023. He said, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And see, I've been telling you guys, just because somebody say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, it doesn't mean they are respectful or any damn thing. It's just really, with some kids, it's just a habit. You know, when you talk to grown-ups, your mom, your dad, you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But yet some of these same kids be doing the most behind closed doors. Be very disrespectful. Now, officers say that the teenager speaking to dispatch in released 911 audio says this. It said, Miss, that's what Rosa said in the call. And that dispatcher said, yes. Rosa said, I took pictures and I told my friends about it. Was that bad? When the dispatcher asked for elaboration on who received the pictures, Rosa simply said it was his friend. He said, I don't know his real name because he's an online friend who I play with a lot. Anyway, this young kid, Rosa, is an 8th grader, and he was also an honor roll student, okay? They said he was a good kid, a straight A student. He had no history of mental health challenges, neither did his family. There were no fights, and he got along with both his stepfather and half-sister. A lot of people believe he's innocent. Somebody said he is a child. He can easily be manipulated by an adult. I believe there was more than one person in that scene. We hear noises in the background of the 911 call. I strongly believe that he's innocent and was manipulated by someone else around that scene. I don't know about that. I need to hear this video. That boy maybe have some kind of damn mental health shit going on. Yeah, he sure was. Let me see if I can pull up that 911 call. What's this little kid's name? Rose or something. Let's see. What time is it? Let me hurry up. I'm trying to find his first name. Let me get his first name. Derek Rosa. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull his 911 call up real quick. Let's see, y'all. I don't know if they released that, but let's see. I don't know if they released it yet. Probably haven't. But we can watch this right here. Okay, hold on. Let me mute this real quick. What time is it? We probably won't have enough time to go over another one. But at least I'm telling you guys about this one. Okay, let's see.
¿En qué lo podemos ayudar?
It can be this speak English.
I speak
They got this shit in Spanish. Hold on. That's in Espanol. I wish they would have put it in English. Maybe this.
Do you guys remember Derek Rosa, the 13-year-old boy who killed his mother in her sleep next to her newborn daughter? Well, they just revealed exactly what he said in the 911 call confessing to the incident, and it is sickening. He apparently told dispatchers that he took photos of his mother and sent it to his friends. He didn't want to. I didn't want to. There's a knife.
Okay, I want to see. I thought they was going to play the video or the audio. So let's go up here and look at this one up here then.
I'm 13. Okay, can you find something that came on the mail? Any letter, any newspaper, any magazine? Let me tell my mom. Okay. Did you live in a house or apartment? I live in an apartment. What's your apartment number? I don't really know. I know that on the door of the apartment, it says, yeah, on the door of the apartment. Okay. Are you by yourself with your mom? Yeah, no, my baby sister is so she's sleeping. Okay, you're familiar with your sister? So my mom died, I told you. How did you kill your mom? I got the knife from the kitchen, and when she was sleeping, I stabbed her in the throat and in the back. Man. Yes, Derek. I touched a lot of things in the house, and that was bad. Was that bad? That's okay, that's not a problem, Derek, okay? That's not a problem. Just stay with me up the line, okay? Why did you do this to your mom? Can you tell me why? I guess I didn't want to be there. I was going to kill her and then kill myself. And not kill my sister, but I didn't want to kill myself. And I'm sorry for killing my mom.
He just say he was going to, he said he was going to unalive himself to end his sister. That's what he just said. That's sad, man. He's shaking and stuff over there. That's sad. I wonder why he do that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why did he do that? Goodness. And some people don't believe he did it. He's telling the 911 operator that he did it. It's kind of sad. Period. Is this him right here? I know this is probably not. That could be him. Let me see. I can't see the face. I don't know if that's him right there. That does not. I can't really tell. You know, they be doing trickery on what's the name. He showed. He looks older than 15, but yeah. That's sad. Let's see here.
This is the moment a teen waved to his family in court after being charged in his mom's death when he was just 13 years old. Derek Rosa was arrested after calling 911 and telling them he had just stabbed his mom, Irina Garcia. He was taken into custody and later charged as an adult, despite being only 13 years old at the time. Now 15, he has entered a not guilty plea, and his defense team continues to challenge parts of the prosecution's case as the court prepares for the next phase of proceedings. Do you think he should be charged as an adult? Let me know in the comments. This is the moment a teen waved
waving at his family members. I don't think he's innocent though. I mean, these people are nuts. I mean, I think he was a kid when he did it. I hope they did a mental evaluation on this kid. I'm sure they did. Something ain't right. Why did he unalive his mother? Then he said that he was going to unalive himself and his baby sister, unless he was secretly jealous. That's crazy, y'all. Man, this is a whole case by itself. I told you this is Wacky Wednesday, y'all. Some tripped out ass stories here. So that's her husband right there. So let's see what they're saying right here. They're telling me he's innocent. Hold on.
El asesinato de Irina García fue un crimen organizado por adultos que tenían intereses en común con ella. Irina estaba viviendo con Frank Ramos y tuvieron una niña en común. Sin embargo, Frank Ramos tenía una relación simultánea con Marbelis Rojas, que vivía en Cuba. Por esto, Frank Ramos viajaba a Cuba continuamente. El 12 de octubre de 2000.
They got this damn music playing in the back. Let me just see something real quick. I'm trying to look at these. They're going. That's the 911 call right there. They say he is innocent. That's her with the baby. Maybe he was jealous. Maybe he was jealous of the attention the baby was getting, and then the baby's dad being there. You just never know with kids. I wonder what did he say to the police and stuff when they questioned him after, after he confessed and stuff. So this is his arrest. Let's see this.
Go, 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 go. Slow, slow, slow. Go, 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 go. Sit over there. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Hey.
Put him here, put him here. Leave him here, leave him here. Let's put him, yeah. Let's put him in there. No, can we take it? Yeah. Get on the ground. Go, 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 go. Slow, slow, slow. Go, 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 go. Sit over there.
Somebody said the stepfather, the next day he transferred her life insurance and moved to live with his ex-wife. Okay. So they was never married. Okay. Yeah, like I said, until stuff is actually posted, I can't believe this, okay, at all. But as far as him being 13 when he committed the crime, I don't really think they should charge him as an adult, because you can tell clearly when he was talking that he's talking like a little ass kid. But hopefully that's not I don't think he was faking the way he was talking. I just don't, so I think they should not have charged him as an adult, and find out what's wrong with this kid, period. But something was clearly and probably still is wrong with this young man. He's 15 years old now. They claim his father, his stepdad, is the one who did it. I don't know. This boy right here would have told already. He's been in jail for what? Since 2024, about a year, 2 years now, if not 3. He would have told by now. Yes, he would have told. He is not innocent.
No, él está bien, señor, está bien, dame un segundo.
He's saying. Anyway, if I remember about this case, I'll keep you guys updated on this as well, okay? This is a trip. I'll just screenshot this so I can keep it, because I want to see what's going to happen. Let me just do this so I can keep it. So actually, I can just keep it on my phone. Yeah, I can just keep this on my phone. Let me do this. All right. So other than that, you guys, we're going to get on off of here because it's 1 o'clock, and I told y'all we weren't going to be in here that long. It is an hour, in 10 minutes over. So that will be it for this live tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. And don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share, leave a comment, and hype this video up by sliding the comment area over, and then you should see the hype up button. Okay? And if you want to show additional support for the channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation, $, Shades Tube, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. All right. Thank you guys so much. And that last story is something, okay? Yeah, because I don't really, usually when children do these parasites and stuff like this, I be wanting them to be charged as a grown up and just be thrown away in prison for the rest of their lives. But I honestly don't think this little boy should be charged as an adult. Okay. I do think he did it. Okay. But I don't think he should be charged as an adult. I think they should just put him in juvenile facility for a certain amount of time, you know, take him through to, you know, some classes or how, treatment or whatever they do. And then see if he can be, you know, released, you know, because he was a kid, 13 years old. And then the way he was talking on that phone, that's not manipulation. That was naturally him talking. Okay, just a kid. How do they know that the person he was talking to online didn't tell him to do stuff? So I don't know. Like I said before, so we will see how this turns out and stuff. I don't know why he did all that though, standing up his mother's bed. Now, don't forget, they say he does have autism and ADHD. Okay, so don't forget that attention deficit disorder. I think that's what that is. So I don't know if that could play a role in that. I don't know for sure. Autism could if he doesn't understand certain things. I don't know. Because he asked the daggone dispatcher if he should have done it. Was it okay to do that? Who would ask that? Even a kid knows you don't take a picture of a unalive body that you just unalived. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, so it is what it is. So yeah, remember when I was telling you about Nick? Well, his family did cut him off, okay? So that's why he couldn't pay that attorney no more. They cut him off financially, okay? And I know I had told y'all that once before. Yeah, they cannot support him anymore, not financially, not emotionally, not morally, okay? And that's what this gossip columnist reported, okay? And I told you guys about that. Somebody else said the same thing. And then we were talking about that. So, yep, they cut him off completely. They won't support him in no type of way. So he's basically by himself. Okay? He's by himself now. He looked tripped out in this picture right here any damn way. Let me just show y'all. Yeah, they should have got him committed some type, put his ass out their house. That's what they should have did. Wait, let me stop sharing. He was looking absolutely crazy right here. Yep. Okay, y'all. That's the trip. Anyway, thank you, Jermaine. Y'all have a good night. And don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, share, and leave a comment. All right? All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. Let me change this first, and then we're going to get out of here. Y'all sleep good, sleep tight, sweet dreams, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night with another Shades to Late Night Owls Talk Time. And if you watch Country Wayne Skits, check out my live reaction early afternoon tomorrow. And make sure y'all check out my latest Dollar Tree haul. So I forgot to tell other people to do that. All right? Good night, y'all. Peace.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. from the headlines to the comment section. She called names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let gang, back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with shade. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again. Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. Now you thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Thank you, Jermaine. Thanks for the good live comment. Have a good night, y'all, and I'll see y'all later tomorrow. Good night.